Hey guys, what is up? We are back for another week of Class 3Z Ginpachi-Sensei, and we have one more week until the season finale. And then I got this week technically is the last week for me when it comes to even though it came out in spring, Windbreaker. So next week will be the last for Ginpachi-Sensei and Call of the Night, as well as the summer Hikaru died, and this week will be Windbreaker season 2. So all the shows that I did for 2025 is wrapping up between this week and next week. Of course, those are staying going forward. Obviously, manga reviews, those aren't going to end anytime soon. But the last episode, which was 10, we had it where obviously Kamui came back in the spin-off sequel, okay, of the Gintama version. Of course, he is also a delinquent, but as we know of the relationship between him and Takasugi in the original Gintama, it makes me wonder, are they going to join hands this time around, or are they going to actually go for each other's throat? So without further ado, let's get into 3Z Ginpachi-Sensei episode 11. Oh yeah, this is how the episode did end cloudy. Oh, so it is turf wars between Gintama High and Yato High. Okay. Okay. Um. Wait, you mean the old fashioned way? Not that they beat this man to a bloody pulp and stripped him bare. Can someone at least cover his front? Like y'all just said, oh my god. Okay, y'all making it seem like it, like when Gintama was hitting it. No opening. Whoever shows up late on purpose to stand out deserves a drop kick. I mean, that is true. It could lead to some casualties. That's where you, as the teacher, the adult, have to step into the situation. He's not going to listen to her. I'm telling you that for a fact. He's not to. That is true. That is true with TMZ. Mm. Mm. Oh wow. His little crew. Wow, y'all suck. Wow. Y'all trying to rope him into your plans. It's not gonna work out. Yamazaki. Oh wow. Yeah, they've been trying to get rid of him since like what, episode one or two? Mm. I mean, this is where y'all have to join into the fray and advocate for both of them. So just jump in. Don't say we're gonna give you help. Just jump in. Just jump into the fight. Mm-hmm. I mean, he may not listen to you. It's a gamble. I don't know. I mean, okay. Okay. Probably. I mean, that was the whole point. You couldn't ask, so you might as well just join without them realizing it. That's not his name. Huh? Oh, he was never the fighter. He was more strategic. Oh, dang! They really brought out people. Dang! They were lying. Really brought over 100 people. And everybody bringing a pipe or a bat. Oh, hell no. Oh, not 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 him wearing the jacket, that type of suit. Oh, don't tell me we're gonna get around three between the siblings. Where does Vegeta and Frieza come into this? Really? What story are you talking about? So y'all really do they need a reason? Okay. Yeah, I mean you're breaking the fourth wall because it's the truth. Oh, is he? I was about to say he was carrying Elizabeth. And there's just Elizabeth. Y'all really brawling with like 30 students versus 100. Not Elizabeth. Elizabeth got chopped in half again since the Benny Sakura. Huh. Um, Not them playing. They're really playing Doten? What? Bro, literally the same move that was in Benny Sakura arc. No, it's not Doten. It's the fifth ending. Bro, I have not heard this song in the series. Bro. What? No way. I'm sorry. That's like some 2009. Not the slipper. Okay, Elizabeth, what are you doing? He's not going to use force. Okay. Who? So, okay. I figured as much. Like, his dad had to come to say, yo, get your butt back home, bro. It really ended just like that? Dang. Okay. They've been breaking the fourth wall this entire episode. Oh, he called him Gintoki. Oh, no, they're really calling out the fourth wall. Oh. He didn't call him Genpai, he really called him Gintoki. What were you gonna do? They calling out the people. What? Yeah. He's not wrong. Have fans been complaining? This sounds like something the fans would be saying right now. Yeah. A free shot. Because we know what happened in episode 305 and 306, how these two were going. Oh, just like in the Benny Zakura. Oh, where did somebody had a sword? Same thing happened in Benny Zakura. He got saved. Or was it Benny Zakura? But the Shonen Jump volume. It saved him again. Yeah. Really? Really? They bring my dude all the way from Dragon Ball? Really? He's actually, well, he probably gonna be in the shed. Okay, so YouTube, you wouldn't be able to see this part because it's edited out, but they were showing the what's going to happen for the next episode, and why did they have the robots thing doing that? You know what? Whatever. But this episode concluded the Takasugi arc in 3Z Ginpachi-Sensei. The fight, I see where they were trying to go in terms of style to look reminiscent of like 90s anime in terms of their fighting, especially because like during those years, that time period, you had a lot of stories. It was very popular to have stories focusing on delinquents and everything. So, you know, given the fact that Takasugi in this story, as well as Kamui, represent the delinquents of this verse, because remember in the regular Gintama they were like antagonists turn comrades eventually. So to see them kind of play that role similarly in this. Of course, they are students and everything, but I did mention, if it was not the last episode, it was episode before, but with Umi Bozo, I'm like, when is he going to pop up to drag Kamui to go back to school or go back? And he literally did that in this episode. This episode literally had so much fourth wall breaking happening, because they essentially said, like, they're milking Gintama. They're literally milking Gintama for profit, because they see how successful this is. Because ever since the manga ended in 2019, then we had in 2021, oh my god, it's been 4 years since the very final Gintama movie. And Gintama has been showing up at Jump Festa over the years as well. And then, you know, they're doing volumes and all that stuff. And yeah, so quite literally, this episode was just like, you know, we know. And obviously they've been doing this since the season began, you know, fourth wall breaking. Quite literally, you saw the Gintama cast dressing up in the dressing room, that black space, to dress up as Class 3Z Ginpachi-Sensei characters and reprising their roles while keeping some similarities from their original storyline in this, but all obviously there are some changes, and even to the point that Takasugi is just like, Gintoki, you know, we're just playing a role right now, right? That they're just trying to, you know, get money and destroy this legacy, and that we have to now reprise our roles in a different setting just so they can get that profit, in which Ginpachi or Gintoki agrees with. But he's like, you know, if something got to get destroyed, someone is going to create. And I think that's overall, like, not only fourth wall breaking, but overall the essence of humans. Someone destroys something, someone creates something, someone does something horrible, but also someone does something incredible. So unfortunately, to put it in the most simplest of terms, they're not going to get rid of Gintama anytime. Now, don't get me wrong. If you was to tell this to a 16-year-old Kimmy at the time, like, this is where Gintama would be led to, I would have never believed you. I would have surely never believed you, because I would not imagine Gintama being in this state now. Gintama is obviously, overall Gintama, aside from Ginpachi-Sensei, its first 2 seasons getting, what, an English dub for the first time since the series came out. They did dub season 3 back in 2015, 2016, but they never touched the other seasons. Now Gintama can be watched on, what, Hulu, I believe, and the first 2 seasons are being done. I believe they're using Ginpachi's cast for the first 2 seasons, and the way it's being put on streaming services, it's being promoted. And I had this talk with my friend yesterday when I was at work, saying that when it comes to 2000s anime, they're making a comeback. If you guys have been up to date with a lot of the news that has been dropping so much as of this month alone, a lot of 2000s are making their comeback in some sort of way. And seeing how Gintama is getting even more popular overall, aside from this, and then the retelling of the Yoshiwara in Flames arc, Siren, that Hell's Tube, Kaito Hitman Reborn, 2000s are making their comeback right now. So but other than that, this episode, it was fun. It was a lot of fourth wall breaking. Takasugi, he wasn't as violent. He's actually pretty chill in this. It's just, you know, you keep the dark, edgy, emo guy character, but you can see at least he's still trying to chop Ginpachi anyway, but he was satisfied. He's like, okay, because like I mentioned in the video, episode 305 tells a whole nother story of their whole dynamic if you end up seeing that episode. But yeah, we are very close. And what I mean by close, next week is the final episode. So if you guys did manage to read the novels, of Ginpachi-Sensei and you read the particular chapter that this episode is adapted from, do tell me how you felt about between this episode and the novel version. Are you guys ready to say goodbye to Ginpachi-Sensei, at least for now, until we hear news this week for Jump Festa? It's at the end of the week. I did mention before in previous videos from last week, but depending on your time zone, it may show up starting on Thursday, depending on your time zone. If not, then it's the 19th and the 20th of this week, so that's a Friday and Saturday. Again, depending on your time zone, it may show as early as Thursday, December 18th. So be tuned for any news that does drop for Gintama overall, even with the spin-off of Ginpachi-Sensei. The links are in the description box, so you guys go check it out. And I'm Kimmy-chan, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!